and it clicked. I felt God say, that's what I want. That's what I want from you. This is what we need to do in order to manifest whatever it is that our heart is desiring. And it all boils down to
love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Neek. If you are new, I upload lifestyle and motivational content. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can join the family and become a part of Unique Nation, where we have a great time over here, might I add. I would love to have you a part of the family. And Unique Nation, if you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for joining. Today I have some very important news to share with you guys. It's not really news, it's actually information. I want to talk to you guys, clearly by the title, about manifestation. It's actually one of my highly requested videos, so I wanted to go ahead and get this out to you guys because I feel like it is very important. The information that I have is very important, and it was God sent, so I had to get this video out for you guys. So if you're interested in learning how to manifest whatever it is that your heart desires, make sure you keep watching this video, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So as I said before, as you guys read by the title, I'm going to be informing you guys on how to manifest whatever it is that your heart is desiring. So if you are not familiar with manifestation is basically like believing, or seeing in your mind, visualizing something that you want, and practicing manifestation techniques, law of attraction techniques to actually attract the things that you desire. So manifestation is not something that's super easy. I actually struggled with it for a while, but I finally I was able to manifest my luxury dream apartment. If you have not watched my recent video on how I manifested my dream luxury apartment, make sure you do that, because I was dropping gems in that video as well. But this video is also going to be pretty much kind of like a play off of that, because they work together, have very much kind of like similarities. So the first thing that I want to speak to you guys about as far as manifestation is the power of the mind. Your mindset has a lot to do with why you are not manifesting whatever it is that your heart is desiring. If you have a mindset of I don't have it yet, or I want it, or I wish I had, will I ever have, those are the type of things in your mind that causes you from getting your manifestations, whatever it is that your heart is desiring. That thought, that mindset that you have is stopping you from getting your manifestations. We have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind, and then we have a super subconscious mind. And I'm not going to go too in-depth about that, because that's a whole nother thing, but I do want to let you guys know that it's very important to at least get control of your subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is the back of our mind that kind of like tells us that we don't have whatever it is that we're manifesting. So if you're manifesting your dream job and you like, okay, so I am manifesting my dream job, this is what I want, you write it down, but then like instantly your subconscious mind will click in or chime in and say, but you don't have it yet, or it's just really negative things. Our subconscious mind says a lot of negative things as far as like when we're trying to manifest, and I'm a witness of that, because I still struggle sometimes with my subconscious mind. I'm still getting it, I'm still programming my subconscious mind to only think positive thoughts, because I know that stops me from getting some of the things that I am manifesting. So being in control of your mindset, making sure that your mindset is always positive, that's going to be step one, or one of the keys to manifesting whatever it is that your heart is desiring. And then, so moving on to the next bullet point, the next thing would be the things that you say. So how you say it. So if you're doing your manifesting journey and you're using words like want, or I wish I had, or will I ever get, or just things like, basically things that are not saying I have or I am. So you want to make sure that you are using words that are pretty much affirming that you have whatever it is that you are manifesting. So the last tip that I want to give you guys is probably the most important tip. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper. So I've been really going through some personal things in my life, and it has caused me to not be here mentally, not really practicing what I preach. You know, we all have those moments. I always explain in my videos when I'm doing any type of manifestation content, giving you guys, you know, tips and tricks and things like that to manifesting whatever it is that your heart desires. I explain to my viewers that I'm not perfect. I am still working on myself. I'm still working on perfecting my manifestation techniques, and I'm still working on changing my mindset. I'm not completely there yet, and I want to keep it transparent with you guys because you guys are my family. And like I said, if you are not a part of my family, if you're watching this, I'm claiming you as my family. But a couple days ago, I said, well, you know, I was just kind of like fed up with everything. You know, life was just hitting me very hard. And I was like, okay, so like I have to do something. You know, like I pray. I feel like I prayed, but like my heart wasn't fully there just because of the situations that, you know, that I was going through, that I am going through, honestly. And so I sat down one day and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna write down 7 things that I expect God to do for me in the month of July. This month. And I was specific about July of 2022 because that is another thing when you're manifesting whatever it is that your heart is desiring. And I'm saying that your heart desires because we never want to say you're manifesting the things that you want, because again, that means that you are just wanting something that you don't have, and that's just putting that energy out into the universe saying that you don't have it. So I always say that your heart desires, or that you're manifesting. So I wrote down 7 things that I was expecting God to do for me in July of 2022. And so I was feeling very good about it. I'm like, okay, so like, you know, I set these expectations. I was very clear about what it is, exactly what it is that I want. And so I did that. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm good. So now I'm like, I'm expecting these things to happen. And then I'm like, it came to me out of nowhere. And I'm like, well, 7 is the number of completion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I did that. And so I want to say I did that on Monday, I think. I can't remember, or no, I didn't do it on Monday. It had to be like Sunday or something like that. Today is Tuesday. But anyway, I did that. And then on today, I was listening to a podcast, and it was a podcast by Jay Shetty. If you guys are not familiar with Jay Shetty, I highly suggest that you check out his content on YouTube or Instagram. That's the 2 places that, well, I actually follow him on Instagram. I didn't even know he had a podcast, but that's why I feel like, I don't even feel like, I know that I was supposed to hear that podcast today. I know that God was like, this is for you. So I was on YouTube as per usual at work, and I was just looking for something to listen to. Came across his podcast with Big Sean. Big Sean, if you're not familiar, he's a rapper. He's actually from Detroit. And they were just, you know, having a conversation about manifesting abundance, or, you know, just manifestations in general. And they were, in one part of the video, they discussed why you should not expect things. And that was just like, I was like, wait a minute, what? Because I literally had just, like I told you, I had just wrote down 7 expectations that I was expecting, you know, God to do for me. And so they were saying that you shouldn't expect things. You shouldn't expect things because, you know, your expectations can lead to unhealthy relationships. And when I started to dig a little deeper, and I started to, you know, kind of like marinate on that, I'm like, okay, I get it. And I'm gonna explain why it gives unhealthy relationships. So today, same day, on my way to work, I'm sorry, before I say that, last night when I was going to sleep, I prayed like I normally do. I say my prayers before I actually go to sleep. So after I prayed, and I was asking God to provide all of my needs and to, you know, give me the things that I expected on my sheet and blah, blah, blah. And then I was just laying there, and then it was like me, but like not really like me. I don't know. I honestly don't know how to explain it. But it was like, well, no, I know how to explain it. It was me. It was just something hit me or something came over me, and I was just like, I had prayed, said amen, like it was over. I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, God, what do you expect from me? What do you want from me? I'm always asking you for things, but what is it that you want from me? What is it that you want me to do for you? And so I asked him that question, and I'm like, well, maybe he'll give me the answer in my dreams. Maybe it'll come to me while I'm sleeping. It didn't come to me while I slept. It came to me on my way to work. On my way to work, I also pray, because I just feel like I don't know, praying in the car is just something totally different. The vibe is just different. And I was praying on my way to work, and I started praying, and something came over me again, and it was like I asked for nothing for myself in my prayer this time. Like, and that's not a typical thing that I do. Like, I have prayed before, and I just asked God to like bless the people around me, you know, bless others who I don't know, you know, what we normally pray for. But I just started thanking him. It was just like a sense of gratitude just came over my body, and I was just like thanking him for everything, like literally everything, like to the smallest things. And it clicked. I felt God say, that's what I want. That's what I want from you. That's all he wanted from me was a genuine thank you, gratitude, genuinely. Because again, I do thank God, but like sometimes when I'm just thanking him, I'm gonna be honest, I'm telling y'all, I'm transparent with y'all, because it's very hard to find people out here that's gonna be really transparent with you, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Sometimes, like if I'm praying and I'm just saying, oh, thank you God, thank you for this, thank you for that, I'm so, you know, I'm so grateful, and I'm just really saying it, probably just saying it because it sounds good. And that wasn't okay. God knows our hearts. Like, he knows. But he said all I wanted was gratitude. I wanted genuine gratitude from you. And so I'm like, okay, cool, like cool. And so then going back to the podcast, they started talking about gratitude and how, you know, we need to be grateful. How often are we really grateful for even just the small things? And I'm like, wow, confirmation. Again, I've never known of Jay Shady to even have a podcast. I normally don't click on videos like that, and it was an hour and like something long, and I normally would really be like, no. But I sat and I listened to the whole thing. Like, I literally listened to the whole thing, and it was like the things that were being said was just really like confirmation. Like, this is what we need to do in order to manifest whatever it is that our heart is desiring. And it all boils down to gratitude. So whether you believe in God, and I'm talking big God, I'm talking big G, up above, or you believe in the universe, or whatever your higher power that you believe in is, be thankful, be grateful. You have to be grateful. Gratitude is the key to manifestation. And you don't have to believe me. You don't, you know, you take it or you leave it. But trust me that word came from God. He genuinely just wants our gratitude. So if you have a car and it's not the car that you want, you know, but you're still able to drive that car, it gets you from point A to point B, be grateful for that car. Because if you're thinking, oh, well, I got this car, but I really want this nice luxury vehicle, be thankful for that car that you have now, so that God can bless you with that luxury vehicle that your heart desires. He knows exactly what our heart desires. He already knows. We don't even have to ask him for it technically, because he knows. We still do ask him in prayer, and we thank him, you know, in advance for blessing him with, or for blessing us with those things. But he already knows. He already knows what my dream car is. I mean, I do express that to him a lot, but even before then, he already knew. He knows my dream career. He knows exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. And, you know, he knows what I don't want to do for the rest of my life, but he knows. But ultimately, he just wants us to be grateful. He wants us to show him that gratitude, and genuinely show him that gratitude. Don't just say it because it sounds good. Don't just say it because that's something that your parents taught you that you're supposed to do. Do it because you are truly grateful. And I always, every day, if you're my friend on Facebook, if you're not, it's public, so you can go look at, you know, check it out. But every morning I make a status on my Facebook page, and I always start off with grateful morning, happy whatever day it is, and then I say, before you complain, be grateful. Was I really practicing what I preach? Not all the time, but now I have a whole different mindset. My gratitude is much different than it was before. You know, I'm really in a different place now, and things are already happening for me. Like, it's honestly, it's crazy. I really can't go into details as of right now, but at some point I will be able to. But like, it was just like what happened today, it was like a change from yesterday, and a good change. And I know that from here on out, every day is going to be a good change in my life, because I changed my mindset, I changed my heart, I changed the way that I show gratitude to God. I'm not just thankful for, you know, the big things that he does for me. I'm not just, you know, always thanking him for my luxury apartment, because that's what I specifically asked him for. But I'm thankful for the small things. I'm thankful that I'm able to go to the store every day and buy a Celsius, because he knows that I would not be able to make it through my 10-hour shifts without a Celsius. Like, literally little, like, small things. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm honestly being serious. Like, you have to thank him for the little things. And I know I keep repeating that, and I keep reiterating that, but that is if you don't take anything else from this video, please, I am begging you, please take the gratitude part of it and use it. Please be genuine in your gratitude. Always thank God for everything that he has given you, or the universe, like I said, whoever your higher power is, and just be happy. Be happy even when your situation seems like, you know, it's hit rock bottom. Just be thankful anyway. Be grateful. Thank you, God, that I'm not dead. You know, my situation could be much worse, but I'm still here. You let me see another day, so I know that you have better for me. I know that there is greater coming into my life. I know that greater is already here in my life. I just have yet to see it, and it's on God's timing. We always expect things to happen on our timing, but stop expecting things to happen in our timing. God does things when he wants. He moves when he wants. He moves when he knows he needs to. I'm also a living witness to that. I'm always, you know, like, deadlines. I gotta do this before this. I gotta do this day, this before that day. I'm setting, you know, goals, and it's okay to set goals, but don't focus so much on that, because your goal, the goals that you have, what if God he has something so much more bigger for you and planned for you, but you're so stuck on, and you're focused on this small goal that you're trying to reach. And like I said, don't dismiss your goals. Of course, have goals, but just pray on it and keep the faith and trust that God is going to provide whatever it is that your heart is desiring, whatever it is that you are needing in your life. God knows it. He just wants you to be grateful. So I don't want this video to be very long. I do truly thank you guys for staying. If you stayed to the end, leave a little heart for your girl. I really appreciate you guys. I hope that you were able to take away something from this video. The devil was actually trying to keep me from posting or from recording this video. I almost didn't do it, But I said no, I'm not, because I know I can spot the enemy, okay? I know when he's trying to keep me from doing something that needs to be heard, and that is, I know that this video is something that needs to be heard and somebody needs to hear it, whether it reaches 2 or 2,000 or 200,000. There's no limit, but it doesn't matter. I know that whoever needs to hear this is going to hear it, and so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you for listening, and I hope that if you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do that. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. They will be listed in the description box below. Yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.